Hey everyone, and welcome to Fit Fridays. Today I got a lovely Hasselback recipe for you. We're gonna be needing some chicken. I'm gonna show you what I'm using, okay? And the dogs are coming in, so don't mind them. So this is the Hasselback. I already prepped some of it. Here we have the sliced chicken breast with mozzarella cheese in between. And what I'm going to be doing is once I place them on my glass baking thing, that's the technical term, I'm gonna go ahead and spoon some tomato sauce in it. So I'm using this Prego, because I'm Prego, just kidding. I'm using this roasted garlic Parmesan. I really like that, so I didn't want to get my hands dirty, but I'm gonna have to. Okay, so I also got some rice going here, just because we will be cooking it with some vegetables, but we also need something a little bit more substantial for the boo. And let's face it, for me too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place it on here. You don't need to put parchment paper. It just makes the cleanup process so much easier. So I'm just going to, carefully put these on. Go away. I have my dog right over here. Oop. Barely fits. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, so now what I am going to do is I'm going to spoon, just kidding. I'm gonna spoon some of this in here. So as you can tell, I put some back. That's the one thing about having tall dogs, the fact that they can sniff on the counter. So as you can tell, I poured some here. Go away. That way I don't have to worry about cross-contamination, because whatever I don't use from here, which I plan to use all of it, would be thrown away. That way I don't contaminate the rest of what's in here with like the raw chicken, so here we go. Like, there it is. Like, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. We got one done, 4 to go. It might be a little cheesy, but hey. And it might be a little hard to get it in the crevice. Some people do these Hasselbacks with tomato instead of doing like a tomato sauce. I just opted to do a tomato sauce instead, because that's how the video I saw was. So here we go. Don't worry if you get some on top. I mean, it's gonna help keep the chicken nice and moist. So once I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to put some seasoning on top. I'm gonna be adding some pepper, be adding some garlic, I'm gonna be adding some salt, and then I'll also be adding some paprika. My love, can you do me a huge favor? Ben, I need a little bit more sauce. Can you well, I guess I could do it. I just want him to come out. I'm like lazy. For me, not for him. Me. All right. I got too much sauce, but that's okay. I'm just gonna do this. Spoon it on top. I actually like it really saucy. So if this isn't enough sauce for you, I mean, use sauce at your will, dude. Okay, get saucy with it. So this is basically done. So my oven is preheating at 400. So I will be sticking that in there in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick because now I'm gonna be dealing with the vegetables. Oh, but first I gotta season it. I almost forgot. So yeah, I started off with the rice. The chicken should take about 30 minutes, which is kind of why I had it prepped ahead of time, so I wouldn't have to worry about doing everything. The prep time wasn't too long. You cut the cheese. I love garlic, so I'm just like, yes, garlic. Got some garlic on here. We got some paprika. It's gonna be nice and flavorful. So I make some enough so that this is for dinner and lunch for both Victor and I. So we'll both have this for lunch tomorrow, in addition to our lovely, okay, that's too much pepper. It's gonna be a little spicy. Okay, so this is done. Oh, and I'm gonna put a little salt. My favorite part, y'all. Look at that technique. Just kidding. There's only one salt bay, and that is not me. All right, so the thing about this salt is that it's not as salty as regular salt. In case you're thinking, that's a lot of salt. You know what? Okay, bam. That is done. So, we are good to go. I got my timer. We got 30 minutes. I'm gonna put this on the bottom rack. Woo! And there that goes. So now I gotta quickly work on my vegetables because they're gonna take some time too. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. I might need some for later. We'll see. So I usually do this with olive oil. I don't have olive oil today, so I'm gonna be using just regular oil. I'm gonna take some salt. I'm gonna pour this in here. So this has already been cut, obviously, and washed. I'm gonna put some, what is this, garlic. I love garlic. I love spices. Give it to me. I gotta open the other side. Who am I playing? So in here we have a mixture of zucchini and asparagus. I love asparagus. Only downfall is like the whole making your urine smell different. Which that, oh, why did I do that? Anyway, that I'm not too crazy about. So there you can see the nice cut up mess that I'm making. Here, I'm just gonna do this. We'll just mix it all in here. And let me try to scrape off the seasonings. Wow, girl. This is impressive, right? Yeah, so don't do that. You can always just mix it all on the tray too. This one's going to be nice and spicy. Spicy as in, you know, it has a lot of spice. Okay, so as you can tell here, I'm gonna just go ahead and move this around. So these are little thin asparagus. And I'm just gonna lay that out. So I'm gonna actually overfill my tray, which you should never do, but I also don't want to dirty another tray. So, you know, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna have to do. And I'm just gonna spread that out a little. And I'm gonna add some broccoli. So I cheated, or I mean, I made my life easier because this one's already pre-cut. So I'm just gonna pour this on here. I'm pulling it out of here because I had just washed it earlier. All right, here's some bigger ones. I'm just gonna break them by hand. You know, nothing serious. There we go. All right, I'm just breaking that a little apart. I might just stick it in right now. I want my vegetables to be nice and cooked. I might just wait a little bit. I like them to have a little bite, to be a little tender still. And I'll just kind of put that on top. I'm not too worried of the fact that it doesn't have a lot of spice to it. The broccoli, that is. Because you eat it all together. I'm just gonna mix it up a little. So yeah, typically you don't want your tray this full. But, you know, like I said, I don't want to wash extra dishes. And I'm sure Victor doesn't want to either. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. So then what I have next to do after that is add the oil. I'm not gonna add a lot of oil. I wanna use it sparingly because, again, if we look at the nutritional facts, let that focus a little. No, it's not focusing. I'll just read it. So 1 tablespoon, which is not a lot, is 130 calories. How many calories are from fat? 130 of them. So yeah, we're gonna use this sparingly. La, 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 la. I mean, you want to use olive oil sparingly too. I mean, it's an oil. It's still, you know. And so actually, I'm gonna mix it around with my hands. That way, I make sure that everything has a little bit of oil. Nothing serious. Very casual. getting it in there really well. And no, I'm gonna wash my hands. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that in the oven. I got 25 minutes left. That should be more than enough time for these. And if anything, if I need to take this out beforehand, I will. So that's it. If you try it, let me know. For the rice, all I did was a cup of brown rice with some water. Nothing special. It's just boiling right now. But yeah, it should be good. I'll be posting up a picture of what it looks like. That way you can go ahead and see what the end result looks like. It's like those nailed it things where I'm like, oh, I hope it looks pretty, but then you're just kind of like, it looks funny, but it tasted good. All right, y'all, with that being said, I hope you have a lovely Friday evening, or a lovely Friday in general, and I will see you for Mommy Mondays on Monday. Hey, all right.